The Plague of Truth. It began with a whisper, a cough in the dark, a fever that did not burn but unraveled. At first, no one noticed. The infected went on with their lives, quietly, subtly changed. They spoke a little more, smiled a little less. Conversations lengthened in strange directions. People began to say things they hadn't meant to share. A forgotten memory here, a buried opinion there. Nothing alarming, just honest. Then came the name, Veritas 9, the truth virus. It spread not through air or blood, but through language. A look, a word, a shared silence between two people who had spent too long hiding behind politeness. It passed like poetry in a crowded cafe, like secrets overhead between sips of coffee. And when the world realized what was happening, it rejoiced. News anchors confessed it scripted their sincerity. Presidents apologized for love and power more than people. Celebrities admitted their smiles were curated, their marriages arranged. Overnight, transparency swept the globe like dawn breaking over a dark sea. For a moment, it felt like grace, the illusion of progress, the promise of purity. Entire institutions dismantled not by force, but by confession. Applause echoed through parliaments and living rooms alike. Social media gleamed with declarations of remorse and vulnerable revelations. There was talk of a new age, an age of truth. But truth, as it turns out, is neither gentle nor grand. It is quiet, slow, unrelenting. It creeps in during breakfast when a wife admits she misses who she was before she married. It slips into the pause between sentences when a best friend finally reveals a jealousy long harbored. It walks softly into childhood bedrooms where parents tell stories not meant for young ears. The word, once cushioned by the softness of little eyes and careful omissions, grew raw. People stopped performing. They stopped smiling when they didn't feel like it. They stopped laughing at jokes that made them uncomfortable. They told each other how tired they were, how afraid, how lonely. Small talk disappeared. In its place, truth bloomed like strange flowers in the cracks of conversation. I never liked this town. I don't want to be an architect. I feel like I've been pretending for years. I wish I hadn't had children. I love you, but I don't know if I like you. These were not outbursts. There was no anger in them. Only clarity, like fog lifting from a morning field. In cafes, couples sat across from each other, holding hands and saying everything they'd meant to say years ago. In classrooms, students raised their hands not to answer, but to wonder aloud. Why are we learning this? In offices, workers stood from their desks and admitted they were empty, that they belonged to the elsewhere, anywhere. that they no longer believe in productivity as proof of worth. And through it all, the world suffered, not with comfort, but with honesty. Not everyone suffered. Some flourished. Artists painted without fear of judgment. Poets read their verses aloud without apology. Old friends, long separated by pride or misunderstanding, called each other and simply said, "I miss you." There was no more pretending to be fine. And in the stillness that followed, the absence of performance, the shedding of roles, there bloomed a strange, aching beauty. Cities grew quiet, not empty, but tender. People walked slower, had eye contact longer. They listened. They wept in public. They forgave. No one could lie, not even to themselves. A man once terrified of aging looked into the mirror and finally whispered, "I'm afraid of being forgotten." A woman who had spent her life caring for others admitted with no shame, "I wish someone would take care of me." These weren't confessions. They were releases, like exhaling after a lifetime of holding breath. Some truth surprised even the speakers. A teenage boy, always quiet in class, admitted that he loved the sound of the rain more than music. A teacher confessed she never stopped thinking about a childhood friend she lost touch with. A librarian revealed he wrote poems on the backs of return receipts and hid them in books. The virus asked for no sacrifice. It simply removed the mask. In time, people stopped calling it a disease. They called it a clearing. Because beneath all the performance, all the smiling and nodding and holding it together, there was something tender and real. Something waiting to be known, even if it hurt a little. And so the world changed. Not with riots, not with fire, but with the slow, sacred work of being seen. The economy did not collapse. It transformed. People left jobs they hated and formed communities around gardens, stories, shared meals. Education shifted from testing to conversation. Even politics became quieter. Not clean, but quieter. Leaders who remained were those who said, "I don't know, but I want to learn." The air grew gentle. The cities breathed. And in the hush of this new honesty, one question remained, not spoken as accusation, but as invitation. Was it truth we feared all along? Or had we only ever longed for the comfort of beautiful lies?